What if I told you there's a bottle sitting in your local mall right now that smells 95% identical to a $300 Louis Vuitton masterpiece? And what if I told you it costs less than your morning coffee for a week? Today, we're diving deep into the world of Louis Vuitton fragrance clones. And trust me, what you're about to discover will completely change how you think about luxury fragrances. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jesse, and I'm glad you clicked on this video. This is where we uncover the truth about fragrances without the marketing fluff. Today's video is special because we're going head-to-head with 5 Louis Vuitton classics and their supposed clones. We'll find out which dupes actually deliver and which ones are just cheap knockoffs trying to ride the luxury wave. But first, let me tell you about the discovery that started this whole investigation. It was a scorching Tuesday afternoon when my friend Marcus walked into my office smelling absolutely incredible. I'm talking about that kind of scent that makes you stop mid-sentence and ask, "What are you wearing?" The fragrance was fresh citrusy, but with this incredible aquatic depth that reminded me of diving into crystal clear Mediterranean waters. "Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim," he said with a grin. "Cost me $320. Now, Afternoon Swim is a masterpiece created by Jacques Cavalier-Belletrude in 2019. This isn't just any perfumer. This is the man behind Acqua di Gio and L'Odyssée. The fragrance opens with a brilliant burst of Sicilian orange and bergamot, but what makes it special is that creamy mandarin note that appears in the heart, blended with just a touch of ginger spice. The base is where the magic happens. Ambergris creates these gorgeous aquatic waves that make you feel like you're floating on warm ocean currents. Performance-wise, you're looking at 6 to 8 hours on skin. But here's the insider tip. Spray it on your clothes, and this thing becomes a 12-hour powerhouse. The sillage is moderate but incredibly pleasant. Never overwhelming but always present. But here's where things get interesting. I discovered Dossier's Citrus Ginger, which is marketed as a Bleu de Chanel clone, but actually shares an incredible DNA with Afternoon Swim. At $49, it features peppermint, lemon, and ginger in the opening, with pink pepper and vetiver in the heart, finishing with sandalwood and cedarwood. Side-by-side comparison, the Dossier has a slightly more synthetic opening, but once it settles, the similarities are striking. The ginger note creates that same spicy fresh quality, and the woody aquatic dry down is remarkably close. For casual summer wear, the clone actually wins. It's brighter, more energetic, and at 15% of the price, you can spray it liberally without guilt. But that's just the beginning of our journey. Last month, I was at a fragrance meetup when Sarah walked by wearing something that stopped conversations. It was sweet but not cloying, fruity but sophisticated. The scent had this dreamy quality that lived up to its name, which means dream catcher in French. Attrape-Rêves launched in 2018 as Louis Vuitton's tribute to unexpected magical experiences. The opening is pure enchantment. Lychee provides this exotic, almost tropical sweetness, while bergamot and ginger add brightness and spice. The heart is where romance blooms with Turkish rose and peony, but the real secret weapon is the cacao note. It's not chocolate, it's the green slightly bitter aspect of raw cocoa that adds incredible depth. The performance is outstanding. We're talking 8 to 10 hours of consistent projection. This is a fragrance that develops beautifully on skin, with the patchouli base providing earthy sophistication without ever feeling heavy. Now, the supposed dupe is a combination of Ariana Grande Cloud with a lychee note layered on top. Cloud itself is a fantastic fragrance. Coconut, vanilla, and praline create this fluffy, sweet girl vibe. When you add a lychee note from something like a body spray or essential oil, you get surprisingly close to that exotic opening of Attrape-Rêves. The difference? The original has that sophisticated Turkish rose and the complex cacao dry down that elevates it to luxury status. The dupe combo is sweeter, more straightforward, and perfect for someone who wants that dreamy sweetness without the $340 price tag. For teenage girls or anyone who loves gourmand fragrances, the dupe combination actually works better for daily wear. Here's what shocked me, though. The staying power of the dupe combo is actually longer than the original. You know that feeling when you discover a fragrance that perfectly captures your personality? That happened to me 3 years ago with Lemensite. I was browsing the Louis Vuitton boutique in Paris, and the sales associate handed me this bright blue bottle, one spray, and I was transported to a windswept cliff overlooking endless ocean. Lemensite, which means immensity in French, was designed to capture the feeling of infinite horizons. The opening is a masterclass in citrus artistry. Grapefruit provides tartness, bergamot adds elegance, and ginger creates warmth. But the genius is in the heart, where aquatic notes blend with rosemary and sage, creating this effect of salty sea air mixed with Mediterranean herbs. The performance is solid, 7 to 8 hours with good projection for the first 3 hours. This is versatile enough for office wear, but interesting enough for evening. It's what I call a mature blue fragrance. It has the freshness of something like Sauvage, but with sophisticated complexity. The supposed clone is Davidoff Cool Water Wave. Now, Cool Water Wave is a decent fragrance on its own. It has that classic aquatic DNA with mint, rosemary, and ambergris. But comparing it to Lemensite is like comparing a good cover band to the original artist. The Davidoff has the aquatic freshness, sure, but it lacks the sophisticated ginger warmth and the complex herbal heart that makes Lemensite special, where the Louis Vuitton feels like a luxury yacht cutting through pristine waters. The Davidoff feels like a beach resort pool. It's pleasant, but it doesn't have that "I've arrived" confidence. However, at $25 versus $280, Cool Water Wave serves its purpose for someone wanting that general aquatic blue vibe without the investment. But wait until you hear about the next fragrance. It's where things get really intense. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. I'm at an exclusive fragrance event in Dubai, and someone walks past wearing something so intoxicating, so mysterious, that the entire room turns to look. That fragrance was Ombre Nomade, and it changed my understanding of what Oud could be. Ombre Nomade isn't just a fragrance, it's an experience, created for Oud lovers who thought they'd smelled everything. This 2018 release centers around Assam Oud, but not the barnyard, medicinal Oud you might expect. This is Oud polished to perfection, smoky and mystical, blended with raspberry to create this incredible sweet smoky contrast. The opening hits you with incense and that beautiful raspberry Oud combination. It's like walking into an ancient temple where they're burning sacred woods and exotic fruits. The heart develops with benzoin and roses, creating layers of complexity that unfold over hours. The base is pure luxury. Ambergris, musk, and patchouli create this skin-like intimacy. Warning, this fragrance is nuclear. 2 sprays maximum, or you'll clear the room. Performance? We are talking 10 to 12 hours of intense projection. This is not a fragrance for the weak-hearted or the office environment. The clone is Maison Alhambra Woody Oud, and honestly, it's not even close. The Alhambra has Oud, yes, but it's a different beast entirely. More animalic, less refined, missing that magical raspberry incense blend that makes Ombre Nomad special. It's like comparing a diamond to glass. They might look similar from a distance, but up close, there's no comparison. However, if you're curious about OD fragrances and don't want to invest $350 in something you might not love, the Alhambra gives you a glimpse into the Oud world for about $30. The real question is the original worth the price difference? For true Oud lovers, absolutely. For casual wearers, probably not. But our final fragrance might surprise you with how good its clone actually is. Sometimes the most beautiful stories come from unexpected places. Rose de Vence was the first fragrance I ever bought for someone else. My sister Emma for her wedding day. She wanted something elegant, timeless, but not overpowering for her intimate ceremony. Rose de Vence, meaning compass rose, was Louis Vuitton's 2016 debut fragrance, and it remains their best seller for good reason. This isn't your grandmother's rose perfume. The opening combines peach and black currant with green notes, creating freshness that prevents the rose from being too old-fashioned. The heart is where mastery shows. 3 different roses, May rose from Grasse, Turkish rose, and Bulgarian rose, blend with iris to create this incredibly sophisticated floral bouquet. The base of white musk, cedar, and just a touch of pepper provide structure without masculinity. Performance is excellent. 8 to 10 hours with beautiful evolution. It starts fresh and fruity, develops into elegant rose, and finishes with soft, powdery sophistication. This is a fragrance that works from boardroom to ballroom. The clone is Zara Rose Gourmand, and here's where I have to give credit where it's due. This $20 fragrance punches way above its weight class. The opening is remarkably similar with that same peach-rose combination. The heart develops into a beautiful rose, though it's simpler than the 3-rose complexity of the original. Where it differs is in the base. The Zara has more vanilla and sweetness, making it more gourmand as the name suggests. Some people actually prefer this sweeter dry down, especially younger women who find the original too mature. Side by side, you can tell the difference in quality and complexity, but for 95% of situations, the Zara delivers that elegant rose experience at a fraction of the cost. Emma wore Rose de Vence on her wedding day, but she wears Zara Rose Gourmand to work. Both serve their purpose perfectly. After months of testing, here's the truth. Some of these clones are incredible value, while others miss the mark completely. Winners. Zara Rose Gourmand is 85% of Rose de Vence at 5% of the price. For most people, this is the smart choice. The Ariana Grande Cloud plus Lychee combination captures the dreamy sweetness of Attrape-Rêves perfectly for young fragrance lovers. Middle ground, Dossier. Citrus ginger gives you that fresh, citrusy aquatic vibe of afternoon swim, but lacks the sophisticated complexity. Cool water, Wave provides blue fragrance vibes without Lemensite's luxury DNA. Miss, Maison Alhambra Woody Oud is in a completely different league than Ombre Nomade. If you want that mystical, refined oud experience, there's no substitute for the original. My recommendations? If you're building a fragrance wardrobe on a budget, start with Zara Rose Gourmand and Dossier Citrus Ginger. If you're a true fragrance enthusiast who appreciates artistry, invest in Ombre Nomade and Lemensite. For special occasions, nothing beats the originals. For daily wear, several of these clones actually work better because you can spray them liberally without guilt. Remember, fragrance is personal. What matters most is how it makes you feel, not what's on the label. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into Louis Vuitton clones. Which fragrance surprised you the most? Are you team original or team clone? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your fragrance stories. If this video helped you discover your next signature scent, smash that like button and subscribe for more honest fragrance reviews. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, smell and feel good. Stay fragrant.